everyone. Welcome to our jumper clinic. I think this is the first jumper clinic of the year. Pretty sure. And I think we haven't had a jumper clinic since literally this time last year. So this is definitely long overdue. A lot of things have changed in our jumper division since this time last year, so I thought this would be a good clinic. So before we start, are there any questions you guys have, like right off the bat, or things you want to talk about or go over related to jumpers before we start? And you can say questions and comments in Say Chat. That would be the best place. Or if Say Chat won't let you say anything, you can type in Discord, and I'll try to check that. But yeah. For me, no. Okay. All right, so we can just get going then. Oh, I am recording this so that you guys can watch it back for future reference, or if other people want to watch it, they can if they missed. So yeah, it'll be up on our YouTube channel within the next like couple days, whenever I get the chance to do that. But yeah. All right, so I'm gonna have you guys warm up on your own, and we can go into the right side of the riding hall, so the side with all the jumps. So you guys can go ahead in there and warm up. You can just flat warm up, just like walk, trot, canter. Don't worry about running into each other. This isn't really not that important for this, but and yeah, while you guys are doing that, I will talk as I normally do. This is like, for anyone that hasn't been to a clinic before, this is kind of the normal format. Like, I'll have you guys warm up while I talk about the things we're going to go over and whatnot. And then after that portion, we usually get into some actual riding. Like, I'll have you guys do a course or some kind of exercise. I do have a really short course that I'll have you guys memorize once we get through the talking part, and we'll work on that. So that'll be fun. Okay, so let me get a drink. Okay, so obviously today we're talking all about jumper divisions. We currently have 4 different jumper divisions. There are some differences between them that we're going to talk about. I think, I'm trying to remember when I last updated them. I think it was like a month ago. I don't even know. But I recently updated them because I wanted there to be 2 different formats for the divisions. Like, I didn't want them all to be the same. So basically, 2 of the divisions are based on optimum time, and then the other 2 are based on time allowed. So we'll get into that though. And then each division now has 2 rounds. So in the past, we've usually had only 1 class per jumper division. And I really wanted there to be 2 so that we can do like champion and reserve champion for every division. So that's good news, I think. So for every jumper division, there's 2 rounds. There's going to be placings in both rounds, and then there's going to be champion for everything. So yeah. Oh my god, imagine doing a flat class in here. That would be interesting. It might happen though, if we're doing like metal or something. Don't be surprised if there's a flat phase in here. Anyway, so let's talk about the actual division. So the easiest division we have is puddle jumper, which is, if we could like adjust jump heights, it would be the lowest one. It's open to all horses and ponies, and this one has an optimum time round, and then it has a speed round. So basically, in that first round, the course will have an optimum time, and the goal will be to get a time as close as possible to that. And the further away from the time you are, the more faults you're going to get. It's basically just going to be like the difference between the two numbers. So, like, let's say the optimum time is 20 seconds. Whether you get 15 seconds actually, or if you get 25 seconds, you're still going to have 5 faults. So, the goal is to just be as close to that 20 seconds, As V is just jumping over me. Anyway, and then, so for that one, since it's not we'll get into the other version, but basically for optimum time, there's going to be qualifying riders, and it's typically going to be the same number of people that are going to place for that type of show. So, like, let's say it's a B-rated show, where placings go to 8th place. So the top 8 people from the optimum time round are then going to move on to the speed round, so that not everyone's moving on, just for the sake of showtime, So that's how that works for puddle jumper. And then our next division is open jumper, which is the other type where there's a jump around, which is the one where there's a time allowed, and then a jump off would be the second round. So very similar. It's very similar. It's just for this one, you just need to be. Sorry, you guys are jumping over me. What the heck? It's so distracting, but it's funny. Um, so for the jump around, you're given a time allowed, which the only difference between that and optimum time is you just need to be under the time allowed, so you need to be faster. And if you're slower than the time allowed, you're going to get faults and you won't move on to the next round. So that's really the only difference. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so for the jump around, it's called going clear if you get under the time allowed and don't get any faults. So everyone that goes clear will move on to the jump off for that type of division. So yeah. So then the next division is modified jumper, and this one is the same exact format as puddle jumper. So that one will be optimum time and a speed round. I'll go more into depth though about the second rounds after we go through these, but and then our most difficult division is Grand Prix. This one is actually only open to horses, so no ponies are going to be allowed. Technically, you can enter a pony if you really want to, but you're going to get faults. So you're guaranteed to not make it to round 2 if you have a pony in Grand Prix. So I do not recommend doing it because you probably won't place in the first round either, unless like there's not very many people or something like that. But yeah, not a good idea. Definitely read our website, and we also have a breed guide in Discord that tells you like which horses in the game are horse or pony. So definitely something to check out. But yeah, and then let's go to some more general things before we go into the actual classes again. And if you're done warming up, you can go ahead and line up in the middle like some of you are already doing. All right, so some important things to note. Um, breed suitability, dress code, your horse's level, and their mood are not judged at all in jumpers. Um, that's not to say that it won't affect your time, because obviously what you wear and your level and your mood and even the breed can most definitely affect your time. So they are still important, but they're not a part of like your actual judging, if that makes sense. So um, that is definitely something that's important, and we get asked a lot about that. Um, so even though there is like a jumper dress code on our website, it's not ever looked at. It's more just for realism purposes. So if you want to dress the part, it's definitely a good guide. Um, Other things to note are faults. So faults are only assigned during the first round of every division. They're not assigned in the second round at all, which I'll get into in a little. So faults can be assigned for many different things. Um, one being if you hit a jump. So this can be sometimes hard for us to notice because sometimes it just looks like you lagged and like slowed down right after the jump. So unless we actually see you like go down to the trot or like run in place, we usually won't give you faults. But if you do run in place, or you trot, then you're gonna get faults. So, which leads me to the next thing. The X trick will get you faults from now on. We used to allow it in the past, but we have since decided to not allow it just to make things a little more realistic. Um, and we can always tell when you do the X trick. Like it's very obvious. You'll like run in place for a couple seconds after jumping. So definitely don't do it. It's not worth it. It's usually not even worth it if it is allowed. It usually slows you down more than necessary. So yeah. Um, Another thing that will give you faults, I already kind of mentioned, is if you're riding a horse that's not allowed for that division. So if you ride a pony in Grand Prix, you'll get faults. If you ride a horse that's not allowed at shows, such as like magical coats, you'll get faults. You'll still be able to show them, but it's not really worth showing. So don't do it. um, and then obviously, if you're off course, which means that you jump the wrong jump, or if you jump like something that's not part of the course, like if you're like stuck on a flower pot and you jump, or if you jump by accident, like in the middle of nowhere, that will still count as off course, and you will sadly be disqualified for that. So be careful. Um, but yeah, that's like the main things you get faults for. But it's all listed on our website under the judging tab, which I don't know if anyone has noticed. I haven't made an announcement yet, but I kind of revamped the website a little bit so that I basically made it so that all the judging information is right on the website so that you don't have to like click out to a Google Doc where the guidelines are. So now it's like all on the web page. It's a little more organized. So hopefully it's helpful. And there's like a drop down now for each discipline so that you know like you're in the right category for like what division you're doing. So, yeah. But yeah, if you go to the jumper section of that, it'll tell you everything you can get faults for. Oh, there's a couple more I should mention. Okay, so obviously going below the canter. Oh, you're welcome back. Yeah, hopefully it's helpful. I really hated the old format. Like it really bothered me. I was like, I don't like having to click out of the website to another place. I'd rather just like all be on the website. So, yeah. Anyway, so other things you can get faults for are going below the canter. So if we see you trotting or walking, you'll get faults. If you halt, obviously. If you do like small circling, Um, the reason being, if it's like optimum time and you're trying to like stall and you do like a little circle, that would get you faults. So be careful of that. If you run into something or if you like hard stop into a jump, that'll be counted as a refusal. So you'll get, I think, 8 faults for that. That one's the highest. So definitely don't do that, but it happens sometimes. Happens to all of us, so it's okay. But if you do get a refusal, you can keep going. I always recommend keeping going because I don't know, it's just better. Like you still get the course done, you know. It's better than just dropping out. But if you ever need to just pull yourself out, that's fine. You can either tell us in Sage Chat that you want to drop out or you can just leave. Like it's fine. And no one will get mad at you. It's all good. Yeah. Oh my God, Faith. Yeah, Faith knows. Um, okay, so let's go into a little more detail about the classes real quick. So, um, first let's talk about the time allowed divisions. So those are the ones that have a jump around and a jump off. I know this can get confusing because it's a lot of the same words, but you know, bear with me here. So to go over it again, the ones with time allowed are open jumper and Grand Prix. So the jump around will have a time allowed where you just need to be under the time allowed with no faults. And then you'll move on to the jump off, which the jump off is usually a shorter course that's made up of the same jumps, but less of them. And the only goal of the jump off is to go as fast as you can. So there won't be any faults for that round. It's only going to be placed on fastest time. So yeah, pretty straightforward. um, yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. And then for optimum time, that would be puddle jumper and modified jumper. The first round, you are given optimum time where you just need to be as close as possible. And that's kind of going to be the main focus of the riding portion of today because I know optimum time is newer. We haven't done it before. There's been other show servers that do optimum time, so you may be familiar with it, but we have not done it. We've done a pop-up show with it, but like before that, we haven't done it. So we'll go over that today in more detail. But yeah, and we'll kind of talk about like tips for getting close to the time. But anyway, so after the optimum time round, the top however many riders will move on to the speed round, which the speed round is literally exactly the same as the jump off, just with a different name. um, so the speed round, there's no faults again, and it's only based on fastest time. So same thing as the jump off. So really the only difference in our jumper divisions is those first rounds. All the second rounds are the same. So yeah, does anyone have any questions before we get into the writing portion? Okay, apparently I am explaining it well enough. I hope. All right, so before I give you guys the course, I'll just give you like my tips for optimum time. I always have my phone out and I'll start the timer as soon as I jump the first jump. And I'll actually like watch the timer as I go. And I'll just like, I'll just ride it normally, like as fast as I can, usually first. And then once I like kind of see how much I need to add to my time, I will I'll usually I'll usually go again, usually as fast as I can, but this time I'll take like wider turns. Like I'll widen my track a lot and then like see what that time gets me and then kind of just like keep doing like trial and error until I get really close to the time. Um, and that's like usually what works best for me. Um, I know like sometimes it's hard to start the timer once you're actually like at the show. Um, I don't even remember if I've done that recently. I mean, I haven't done optimum time in a show in like a long time, but sometimes it's like too much to worry about starting your timer during the actual show. But like if you can do it, like you might as well do it. But it's usually better to kind of just like have your plan of action memorized, like where you're gonna exactly like ride the whole course. You know what I mean? To get that exact time and like where you need to slow down, where you need to go fast, that kind of thing. So that's really the way to figure it out. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, on that note, I will send you guys the course. I'm gonna put it in the resources channel that's right above our call, and I'll just like label it as a practice course really fast. Reading hall. I don't even know. Some of time. Sure. Okay. Okay, so there is the course. You guys can go ahead and practice. I'll give you guys till like I don't know. I'll give you probably till like 6:30 Eastern, so that's like 8 minutes, give or take. But we can go a little longer if you need to. But it's pretty short, so it shouldn't be that bad. And then yeah, we will give it a go. 5 hours later. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions while we are schooling. I'll go ahead and ride the course for those of you that are watching this on YouTube so you know what we're doing. And like usually when I'm making an Optimum Time course, I just kind of like when I'm deciding the time for it, I usually just like ride it really weird. Like I'll either ride it slowly or I'll ride it fast, but like I'll take really wide turns and stuff. And that like usually is how I get the time, but it's usually a very generous time. Like you don't need to go very fast for it. You definitely don't need to take like tight turns. But yeah. So it's a little bit more relaxing, I feel like, than doing the speed rounds, but I mean, then you usually, then you got to do a speed round after, so I don't know. Jumpers is stressful. I'd rather watch than actually do it at this point. I'd rather be the timer. Just say that. And whenever you guys are ready, where's the first jump? Okay, so whenever you guys are ready, I'll have you probably have you line up like over here, just so we're not in the way of anything. Yeah, that'll work. Sure. Okay, so whenever you're ready, you guys can line up behind me, single file. I'm like over by by like the really tall green jump along the wall. So, God, Ray, are you ready? Jesus. And yeah, if we have time, I might have you guys do the course again after everyone goes first time and like do like speed round version of it. But we'll see if we have time. Do I start the timer when I hit space or when I land on the first jump? So if you're timing yourself, I usually press start like as soon as usually like a little bit before I press the space bar. Um, since the timer for the judge is gonna start as soon as you take off. So yeah, as long as you're like starting and ending your timer, like how it looks on your screen, it'll be like the same for the judge. So should we be cutting corners? Yeah, you can totally cut corners if you want to, since it's only based on time, so it really doesn't matter like the track that you take. It just matters like the time you get. So hopefully that makes sense. Everyone just flying around. Yeah, and you can go any speed that is cantering or faster. So no trotting, no walking. Um, and that only applies to like in between the actual jumps. So like before you get to jump one, you can obviously trot like into the ring and stuff, but after you jump one, you have to stay at the canter or faster until you're done. So yeah, I don't know if I said that at any point, but the timer starts when you take off at the first jump and it ends when you land the last jump. Oh my gosh. Everyone always tells me how they hate this arena because the flower pots are so sticky. But I feel like that just adds to the challenge, you know? I wish we could, like, I don't know, I wish this arena had, like, a prop board. I wish the jumps could go away if we wanted them. And, like, I don't see why they can't. Like, they did it for Marley's. Like, you can put up the race jumps or not, you know what I mean? So I feel like they could do that here. And then they could, like, add even more jumps for other courses, you know? During actual shows, are we allowed to request when we go? Yes, you can definitely request when you go. It's our edit entry channel, and then there's like a form in there for your order of go, and you can just like request what order you want to be. I know, like everyone's different. Like some people like going first, some people like going last, some people like going, somewhere in the middle. So for an actual show, and I'll do it for this too, I'll start the timer as soon as the horse takes off the first jump. And then it ends when you land the last jump. I know, I feel like I like going first usually because I'll just like be like stressing the whole time. But yeah, to each their own. Yeah, I feel like if I go last, especially for like hunters, and it takes like forever, by the time I go, I'm like, oh my god, I don't even remember the course. And then I gotta like look at it, it's like a mess. Yeah, oh my god. If anyone doesn't want to do the course, like you don't have to, by the way. You can like just watch. I won't be mad. I swear. All right. Looks like we're almost ready. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And after you go, like after you have your turn, you can probably come stand like back in line just so that, or kind of just like anywhere along the outside of the ring, just so that you're not like in the way or anything, but like along the rail. All right, where do I need to be? Which is the last jump? I love when the first and last jump are really close together. Like, as the judge. It's so much easier. Okay. I'm just gonna be over here. I'll let you guys know like when to go. So just wait for me to give you the go ahead. All right. So I think Ray was first. You can go whenever you're ready. And the time is 24 seconds, I think. Yeah. Oh my god, I wish we had like an overhead camera here. It'd be really nice. I kind of miss having it. It feels like so long ago that the riding hall got updated, but it was only like a year ago. Okay, that was great. You got 23.62, so that was really nice. Honestly, like any time within like 1 to 2 seconds, usually you're placing pretty good. I mean, usually the placings, I would say they're usually within like 1 second of the time of the optimum time. So yeah, that was great. All right, whoever's next, go ahead. Oh my god, yeah. Like watching, like if there was a show and you could watch it through the camera, that was great. I kind of miss that. You could like stand on the table too. Those were the days. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe they'll add it eventually because they gave us like so many cameras on the other side, but who knows? All right, that was pretty quick. You got 21.24, so pretty good, but you could definitely, I would say, so I think you took the inside turn from, which one was it? Jump 4 to 5. So I feel like you could have just like taken the outside turn there. You probably would have been perfect. So yeah. Oh my gosh, Miss Molly, are you going? Or are they even in the clinic? I don't even know. Wait, hang on. I'm not even sure. No. Okay. It's like, what's happening? Okay, whoever's next, you can go. Oh gosh, she thinks we're talking to her. It's fine. I always love like the utter confusion that people have when they see like the shows going on. It never gets old. All right, that was 27.38. So definitely could have been a bit quicker there, but that was great. What's happening turns into can I join every time? Yeah, it really does. It really does. I mean, like, I get that they usually assume it's like a global show, but. All right, whoever's next, you can go ahead. I think we might have time to do the speed round. We're doing really good on time so far. God, it's okay, I know. Like, I feel like everyone's star stable has been lagging like crazy lately. All right, that was good. You got 26.89. So pretty close, pretty close. Great job. Go ahead, whoever's next. Aw, Molly. But yeah, at our last jumper show, so many people were lagging. I literally had to um, I actually like increased the time allowed in the one division because it was bad. Everyone was struggling. And like it's kind of hard to pick the time sometimes because like obviously on my screen. Oh no. Oh, you just teleported. It's okay. All right, if you didn't get a refusal, your time would have been very close. Just so you know. So good job. We'll pretend like it didn't happen. That was great. See, you did exactly what you're supposed to, you know, you just keep going, act like it didn't happen. Okay, whoever's next, go ahead. Wait, really? Like global shows are like less common now? Oh god, wait. Who's going? Oh, not that person. I think you missed the first jump. Um, yeah, live. Yeah. Unless I like literally lagged on my screen, but I'll just have you start over. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I got distracted by the other person too. I was like, oh, wait, are they going or are you going? That was funny. All right, we're good. I got this. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so when I'm picking the times for the courses, um, it's like hard to know if it's like a reasonable time allowed because like there might be a lot of lag, you know. All right, that was an 18.75 seconds. So pretty quick, pretty quick. Could be a little slower. I think you trotted a little after the blue jump, so you would have gotten some falls for that, but it is all good. All right, go ahead. Whoever's next. But yeah, I feel like the last time I was on Pumpkin Meadow, I was like I always thought there were like more shows and it was kind of dead. I was like, oh, whatever. I'll just come back to Stormy, you know. Oh, Isabella, your pony's struggling. Somehow you still got a decent time. 27.56. Poor pony. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. It is all good. Takes me a while. It's okay. All right, go ahead. Whoever's next. Hey, I blame the jumps in here. They're like magnets. They scare me. Yeah, they're so sticky. I don't know why. I think it's cuz when they were like remaking the ring, they like kept the same I don't even know how to describe it. Like the same what's it called? Oh my god, what's that called? I can't think of it. Anyway, that was great. You got 25.8. Really good time. All right, go ahead. Whoever is next. Anyway, but keep getting distracted. Um, yeah, I feel like the jumps are like the same. They like kept the width of the old jumps that had like the big standards, but like replaced them with like the smaller jumps, you know? So that's why they're sticky because you're like basically hitting like the ghost jump of the old version. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's what I think happened. Something with their messed up code. I'm sure. I know, I really like the old jumps. They were really like unique, you know? These ones are just like meh. All right, that was great time. 22.47. So a little fast, but that was great. All right, go ahead, whoever's next. I can't even tell you guys how many times I write Star Stable, and I'm like, can you please add like new jumps? Like, we need roll tops, we need natural wood jumps, like, we need so many things, you know? Beck, it's okay. I'll start your time over. That was a practice run. Okay. But yeah, I like write them all the time. I'm like, we need more like hunter-y jumps and like just like different jumps in general. I mean, like they use these same jumps for everything now. It's like kind of boring. Oh yeah, they always respond with the same response. They're always just like, "Thanks for the good ideas. We get so many ideas all the time that we can't do them all, but thank you." Like that's their response. It's definitely a generator response, which is fine. But like, I mean, if I send it enough, I feel like they might actually start catching on, you know? So I won't give up. All right, that was a good time, Beck. You got 23.03, so very good. Within a minute, so that was great. All right, whoever's next, go ahead. You want a heartfelt letter? I know. It always usually takes like if I'm emailing them for like an actual problem, I feel like it usually takes like 2 to 3 responses before it's like an actual person. Does that make sense? Or like an actual like written response, you know, which is fine. Like I get it. They probably get like a billion, but it's kind of crazy. It's normal though. I feel like it's like that for every game to a certain extent, but oh my god, don't even get me started. I want all of Jorvik stables updated, like and Jorlheim. Like I would literally sell my soul for that whole area. Cause that's literally my favorite area, but it's so like it's kind of ugly and I can't stand it. um, okay, anyway, that was a fantastic time. You got 24.21. So I think you're in the lead. I'm not keeping track, but I think you're in the lead. All right, go ahead, whoever's next. Oh my god. So like my dream is that when they update Jorvik Stables Arena, they'll put in like the lighter footing color that they use during like the open house because I'm like obsessed with the lighter color. We have so many like dark brown um arenas. It's so annoying. It's so depressing. I can't. And the open house arena is like so pretty, you know? I think I've written them about that like once. And I was like, can you please put this other places? Like, why do we only get it for like 1 month out of the whole year? It's very upsetting. You got this. Keep going. I love that pink outfit. I'm so mad I sold that vest. I sold like a couple vests when I was like a new player, and I'm still very upset about it. All right, you got 29.4, but I'm sure if you did not get stuck on that one jump, probably would have had a great time. So good job. Yeah, it's okay. It's just practice. All right, go ahead. Whoever's next? What is the reasoning for the lower score if you are faster than the optimum time? Um, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. There's not really a score. It's really just your time. I'm just reading you guys your time right now, so I'm not calculating the faults or anything, but it just depends like how far your time is from the optimum time. So if you're like super fast, so like if you're super fast and you're like 5 whole seconds under the time allowed, you're gonna get 5 faults. Um, but if you are like almost at the time allowed, but you're like half a second over it, you're only gonna get a half a fault, if that makes sense. So it like doesn't matter if you're faster or slower, it just matters how close your time is. Yeah, hopefully that makes more sense. It's hard to understand at first, but it's fine. Okay. That was a great time. You got 24.62. It's a great job. Are we back at the beginning? Is it Ray? Okay. All right, so why don't we do the same course again, but we'll do a speed round this time, just for some practice, since we have got some time left. Do you guys want to practice for a couple minutes, or just like go right into it? Up to you guys. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and practice. I'll give you guys like a few minutes. So for this round, this one will be all about speed. So this one, just go as fast as you can. Take those shortcuts. Oh God, that's a hard turn. I'll give you guys some info though, actually, while we're doing this. Just as a warning. All right, so the one thing to be careful of is that you are, especially for speed rounds when you're like you're like slicing jumps and stuff. You just have to be careful that you're not jumping too far to the side of the jump, especially if it's a jump like on a turn. Because if you're jumping like the standard and you're on a turn, it's gonna look like you're jumping like 5 feet away from the jump on my screen. And if you're too far away from it, or if it looks like you like didn't even jump it, it's gonna be off course. So you just have to be careful that you're actually jumping like near the middle of the jump as much as you can. So yeah, that's my warning. Take it or leave it. We have seen people before that were cutting jumps so much that we actually have marked them off course before. So it has happened for sure. But yeah, so for if this was like a speed round in an actual show, you wouldn't get any faults. You would only get like disqualified if you were off course. But like if you got a refusal, you're not going to get any faults for it. But since it's a speed round, you're losing like valuable time anyway, so it's already going to affect like your placing. So that's kind of why we don't even bother with faults for it. So yeah. I know the jumps are extra sticky tonight. Oh, the miscreant shirt. Aren't they at the that like Halloween shop? I think that's where I got mine. Wait, I can't even see this shirt. Oh wait, I don't even know what shirt that is. I'm just like creeping on you guys. Black crew tee. Oh, maybe I don't have that one. Hmm. And yeah, once you guys are ready, you can go ahead and line back up with the others. Ow, got my hair. Yes, we are a club practice. How are we a club practice if like half of us aren't even in a club and the other half are in random clubs? Makes sense. And while you guys are like waiting for your turn, if you have any like final questions, let me know. since we're almost at the end here. Okay, is anyone not ready? I think everyone's done. Yeah. All right. All right, whoever's first, you can go ahead whenever you're ready. What's going on? Super fast. All right, that was great. You got 19.17. See, this is good because you guys can kind of see like the time difference between the optimum time and the like fastest you can do it, you know? So there's like there's a lot of wiggle room in there. All right, go ahead. Whoever's next. Sorry, Scarlet. I'm ignoring you. Please forgive me. No, no, you got it. See, the Gotlins are just like, no, these jumps are too big for me. I am small. All right, 28.06. I know. Oh my God, that's like the worst at shows is like when you're on your way, like when you're on your way towards the end of the arena that like everyone's watching and you get like the lag spike. Oh my God. Okay, whoever's next, go ahead. Yeah, the Gotlins are so teeny. I love them. It's funny because like they look like they're smaller than the Welsh pony. Like the Welsh pony looks so big for some reason, but like I think the Welsh is shorter by like a hair. I think it's like the fact that the Welsh pony has big hooves and the Gotland's hooves are like half the size. All right, you got 19.61. Very nice. I know they're so fluffy. They're my favorite. All right, go ahead. Whoever's next. I think the Gotlands are probably like my top five. Honestly, probably top two. Like they would be my favorite if like they were horse sized, you know? They definitely like have my favorite jump in the game. All right, got 17.33. Very nice. Very fast. I think that's the fastest so far, right? Yeah. All right, go ahead. Whoever's next. See, like the halflingers are perfect too, but like those kind of coat colors are like not really my cup of tea, you know? Um, which is the only bad thing about them in like my opinion, obviously. Like some people that might be their favorite colors, but I prefer like the bays, you know? Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. You've got this. See it. Look at that commitment. All right, 28.16. Pretty decent. Oh my god, that's funny. Your horse is having a time. All right, go ahead. Whoever's next. He's having an off day, you know? It's not on his game, her game, whoever. I mean, I guess the clinic is a good place to bring a green horse, you know? It's like it's a good, show-like environment, but without the stress. All right, 22.88. Pretty good. Solid time. Are the Morgans fast? I don't even know. Are any horses faster than each other? I guess some are faster. Yeah, wait, what the heck is with like the Percheron being the fastest horse now? Is that true or is that a myth? Like, how do they know? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know if they're fastest? Like, how do you prove it? Um, Go ahead, whoever's next. I always wonder. I'm like, how do they know? I mean, like, do they time themselves, like running a distance? Like, I don't know. Or is it like how fast they can jump paired with like turning and stuff like that? I don't even know. I can't. I can't even wrap my head around some of that stuff. All right, 19.11. Very nice. I mean, like, all I know is I've definitely beaten people in champs before on like level 6 horses, so who knows, you know? All right, go ahead, whoever's next. Oh, oh, speed demon. Club training? What in the world? Oh, yeah, duh. I mean, that's definitely a good way to test it, is doing like a race. All right, 21.5. Very nice, very nice. All right, go ahead, whoever is next. Yeah, I was like, is that right? Oh, it is Ray. Ray, didn't you go? No, wait. You're fine. Keep going. I guess you weren't first this time. I don't even know. I'm like so I can't keep track of anything. See, that was smooth. It was like it didn't even happen. You still got a 21.07. Solid. Very nice. See, that's why you always want to keep going because, like, you never know. Like, you might still place, even if you have like a small little issue. All right, go ahead, whoever is next. How many people still need to go? I just want to make sure we're not overlapping. 2 more? Okay. Perfect. Perfect timing. Oh, goodness. Guys, the pots are killing us today. They're like magnets. But I must say, you guys are handling it very well. All right, 23.23. Great job. All right, whoever is next, go ahead. I love that outfit. Can't get over it. I usually don't like pink, but it is cute. Fluff wants to go? Fluff can't go. Fluff does not have fingers. He can't go. All right, 22.99. Oh my god, Ray. All right, great job. Go ahead, whoever is next. If anyone is wondering, Fluff is a cockatiel. Just putting that out there. I miss having birds. They're so funny. They are hilarious, especially cockatiels. Oh my god. They're so cute because they can be like loud and obnoxious, but they can also be like cuddly, you know? I love them. All right, 18.04. Very nice, very nice. All right, was that the last person, or does anyone else still need to go? Oh my god, Faith, it's okay. We're almost done anyway. Don't even worry about it. Okay, I think that was everyone. Right? Yes. Is that Molly over there? Molly wants to go. Not Jesus. All right, so that was everything. Does anyone have any other questions? Last chance. If you think of anything later, you can always ask in the Discord. Okay, but Molly's outfit's so cute. Like those pants. Like I need to find the pants. She's killing it. We love Molly. I love it. She's just going for it. Oh my god, Faith. All right, guys, we are going to end it. Thank you all for coming. I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any other questions at any time. And hopefully, we will see you at our next show, which will be, I don't even know, next weekend? Not this weekend, but the weekend after, I think. But yeah, thank you guys for coming, and have a great rest of your night, everyone.